Now, the House of Representatives is expected to pay special attention to efforts at amending the 1999 Constitution as amended on resumption from its Christmas and New Year break. Now, it is also thinking of fully involving the executive as well as all relevant stakeholders in the impending review of the Constitution to ensure speedy passage. In view of this, the Nigerian Youth Coalition is calling for restructuring and national development. This, according to the group, will make Nigeria a better society. And joining me for more on this is the National President of Nigerian Youth Coalition, Oladotu Hassan. Good to have you join us, Oladotu Hassan.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So we know now that you have submitted about 3 memoranda of understanding to this committee. So talk to us more about this and why you're pushing for restructuring at this time.
Well, basically, we must acknowledge the importance of the youth sector in any society, and Nigeria is not an exemption. And in view of the recent aftermath of the NSAS, we saw a lot of demands in the air that are opaque but not clear enough to give us that long-term solution to our various problems. And these are areas whereby the Nigerian Youth Coalition, which is a coalition of the various youth groups from the 6 geopolitical zone, NANS, and every other youth leaders, met to arrive and presented 3 memoranda. One of the memoranda is the National Development Commission sections to be included in the 1999 reviewed constitution, and also the National Education Rights laws and the National Youth Rights laws. So these are amalgam of laws is to bring on board good governance, the well-structured area of intervention, specifically the National Development Commission is to serve as the engine base whereby all youth-related activities funding through the establishment of National Development Trust Fund, where an operational base of National Youth Microfinance Banks that will be established in all several local government. In view of the fact that government have been churning out programs, especially palliative intervention funds from Presidential Intervention Fund, 20 billion the NSAS funds and all that. But no youth have that direct access to all this. So to us, we believe...
Allow me jump in, because,
yes,
you know, you were saying all of this, the memoranda that you have submitted.
Yes.
But, you know, when it comes to restructuring a constitutional amendment, it does always sound like an elitist idea to the average Nigerian. Yes. For someone who is suffering from the impact of insecurity in the North, of someone who, you know, barely trying to feed and pay bills, it really sounds like an elitist idea. So how does this trickle down to the man who, to the grassroots in terms of national development and
yes, growth? And the essence of what we're driving at is to ensure the covering the field policy in terms of the fact that all Nigerian youth will be carried along from age 12 to 45. There will be demographs of all youth through the National Youth Identification Database, through the establishment of that commission. It will be well-based to harmonize all youth interests in it. As part of the demand that there must be continuous monthly allocation to the youth sector from the federation account. Not less than 10% of federation account must go to that sector. And through the establishment of the microfinance bank, Nigerian youth will have access to economic freedom. And based on demand on the education rights laws also, it will give not less than 25% allocation to the education sector from the budget yearly from the federal, state, and local government. Meaning, there will be end to household crisis. There will be end to a whole lot of arrays of crises that the education sector have been confronted with. Right. So also, the National Youth Rights Law will give the Nigerian youth that required voice anywhere on social welfare, on right to health, every other thing that is protected as far as the laws of the nation are concerned.
So this is not the first time people are calling for restructuring and a constitutional amendment. We'll see how the National Assembly reacts to your demands when they resume sitting.
I hope so.
National President of Nigerian Youth Coalition, Oladotu Hassan, thanks for talking to us.
It's a pleasure to be here.